I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greeting of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter whether you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're the proclaimed toughest or the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, or my proclaimed enemies. It doesn't even matter whether you like me, like my YouTube videos, whether you make threats to me on my YouTube videos, or whether you give me positive comments. Doesn't matter if you're dark-skinned or light-skinned. I greet all of you all with the same universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Today happened to be May the 30th, 2020, time of the vision. Time being about 7:20 a.m. in the morning. 2020, time of the vision. Time to change. Time for people to stand up. Stand up for your rights. Stand up against this racism. Stand up against these illegal murders of black people and people of color. You see, the incident that happened in Minneapolis just recently, it have wakened up people in this whole nation, even in other countries. Some people are being opportunists during these crises when families are mourning the death of their children who were murdered illegally and unjustly by prejudiced white law enforcement officials. If you're not a racist white law enforcement official, then this shouldn't bother you. But to my enemies, to my critics, you said, where am I at on the front line? See, that's what's wrong. You focusing on certain things, and this what I'm focusing on right here. You see, when you stay focused, you can prepare stuff like this here. You see what that says? In the United States District Court, Eastern District of Missouri, Southern Division. You see, this is what you call how you play chess with these multi-million-dollar corporations. You see, Black Gold Farms here in Charleston, Missouri, has used blacks as slaves for many years. You see, until God sent me down here when they was using the N-word. Then when you go to the general manager and he come from Mississippi and he says, y'all use it among each other, why would you be offended if somebody else use it against y'all? They put KKK on the trash cans with spray paint. But one thing about me, I didn't take none of that. I complained to the highest authority in North Dakota. Wasn't nothing done. They buried the three. They dug up a big hole and buried, when they seen my complaint, they buried the 3 trash cans and burnt them as if the evidence was gone. But little do they know, I wasn't like a lot of these people down here in Charleston, Missouri, and no disrespect. I took pictures of it. I videoed it. They buried them, and when they buried them 3 trash cans that had the evidence to show that they had Ku Klux Klan activity on this farm, which is located in 5 and 6, maybe 10 different states. It reminded me of 1963 when they killed 2 white civil rights leaders and 1 black civil rights leader, and they buried them. But you see, I ain't gonna let this be buried. I'm not a leader that just points you in a direction and run somewhere and hide. I'm a leader that points you in that direction and I lead the way. I led the way on this here. Black Gold Farms, just like Flying J, just like Walmart, and the city of Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, they'll remember me too. Whether I'm dead or alive, they'll remember. You can call me the N-word behind closed doors, but your actions show in public, that's what you call us. That's what you call me. A Negro that should have stayed up north. That's what y'all told Martin Luther King. Told him to leave the South. He said, he ain't going nowhere. Just like I ain't going nowhere until God said it's over with. But I'm just trying to show y'all this burning down these places, catching criminal cases. The only case that you should be catching is for protesting legally. They've been doing us like that for years. If they thought they can get away with it, they'll spray us with water hose, bring the dogs out, get the billy clubs. When I say they, if you're not a part of it, then you shouldn't let it bother you. But you see governors, chief of police, superintendents of police, other law enforcement officials, prosecutors around the nation is speaking up against this racism. Charleston, Missouri is so behind, y'all, on civil rights and on black leaders or white leaders that stand up against this racist Charleston R1 school district in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, against this racist organization called the Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center, against them black sellouts in 700 Elm Street or Cy Williams Street here in Charleston, Missouri, NAACP, all them other organizations and preachers, Charleston, Missouri Police Department, Sheriff Department, City Hall, the 33rd Circuit Court here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. If you're not a part of it, everybody's not a part of it. If you're not a part of it, don't let it bother you. But it's going on. It's going on here in Charleston, Missouri, y'all. But all I'm trying to do is awaken y'all. This what you do to them. Win, lose, or draw. This what you do to them. You take them to court. Stop taking a couple of $100 and letting these sellout black leaders who've been appointed by these neo-Nazis, skinheads, Northsiders, white supremacists, Ku Klux Klans. They're appointed by them to not just lead us in a certain direction. They point us in that direction, and then they turn their backs on us. All you got to do is look here in Charleston, Missouri, what they building. They built a Supermax prison here in Charleston, Missouri. They built a new courthouse after they burnt and destroyed all the evidence to show how corrupted they is. The president, NAACP president here in Charleston, Missouri, he's a part of them crooks that was doing all this illegal stuff here in Charleston, Missouri. They built another detention center or jail. They built another parole office. They burned down the barn of the school for the buses after the black director of transportation retired, and they made a new one for the white one. All you got to do is just look around. Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County is the only city and county that ain't doing no protests and ain't standing up against what just happened to George Floyd. They ain't going to protest against it. Now let a black legally kill a white or legally kill a white police that's trying to kill them like they did Floyd. Blacks will be in the streets marching against them like they do march against me here in Charleston, Missouri. Get on my YouTube channels talking about they got a tree with my name on it, not knowing that God got a blessing with my name on it. Talking about I should have grew up in Alabama in the 1960s. Here it is in the 1920s. Come on with your 1960s and let's see what's happening. You see what I'm saying? Now, one thing about me, I will take you to court. But now if you try to take my life, I'm surely going to try to take yours and anybody else that's with you. I'm not scared to die, and I will kill if I have to. I'm not going to sit there and let you put your feet on my neck. I'm going to come out them handcuffs. I'm going to break your legs. I'm going to break your arms. And then I'm going to break your neck. Now you take that to the bank. You racist, white supremacists, and you sellout blacks. People is tired of y'all. Charles, Missouri, y'all is sick. Make people sick to their stomach. I'm talking about you white and black so-called leaders, law enforcement officials that don't stand on what's just. Peace be still.